After the Jaguars got a win in Cincinnati, the Jags are back in Duval to look to even out their record and move from 3-4 to 4-4 as they face off against the 1-5 New York Jets. It's a big game. Very excited. I'll be at this game, and in this video, we're going to preview the whole entire game. So let's get it. Now, in case you guys missed my last video, these shirts are now up for sale on ginjag.com, so you can look at that. You can buy one by going to the link down below and purchasing one if you're so interested. Now, with this game right now, this is an absolute must-win game right now for the Jaguars. Not only because the Jaguars looking for it to make a playoff push, and they need to go back to 4-4, where they are, after that, they've got, a few different divisional games coming up. But another reason is that just because the Jaguars are just better than the Jets. And to be quite frank, there's going to be Jets fans that watch this video that probably aren't going to argue with me when I say that the Jets are a complete dumpster fire. The Jets were a team that was supposed to win now. They built their roster to be able to compete this year. They have a second-year quarterback in Sam Darnold. They went out in free agency and spent a bunch of money. They went out and got the best running back in the game with Le'Veon Bell, signed C.J. Mosley. They got Matt Khalil out of retirement, traded for Kelechi Osemele, and they even had Anthony Barr signed to agree to a deal before he backed out. So this was a team that looked locked and loaded and ready to go. They brought in a new head coach, a quote-unquote quarterback guru, an offensive mastermind, and it looks like Peyton Manning completely finessed the whole entire Jets organization because Adam Gase has been just a horrible head coach. And, since he's been in New York, the Jets have gone through all this different dysfunction, whether it be like firing Mike McCagnon, their general manager, right after the draft. Also, the whole thing with the Kelechi Osemele deal right now, where he needs to get surgery, but the Jets aren't allowing him to get surgery. That's a big thing going on. And right now, the Jets are coming off of an extremely embarrassing Monday night game where they got completely whooped by the Patriots. They lost by a score of 33-0. Absolutely not ideal, and Sam Darnold, a horrible game by him. I mean, his footwork was awful. He said it himself, he was seeing ghosts. Now, I thought it was extremely dirty that ESPN would air such a thing, but the way, I don't know. It's an odd situation, and it's just a lot of dysfunction going on right now. Now, the Jets, they're not a team that we can necessarily overlook just because they did beat the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago. And any given Sunday in the NFL, I mean, any team can beat any other team at any time. But right now, with how injured the Jets are, with C.J. Mosley most likely missing, they have a few different injuries kind of all over the field. I mean, they're just a team that, even their first-round draft pick, Quinnen Williams, was kind of injured. I think he's going to be a full go this game, and he's actually playing against his brother this game, Quincy Williams. And fun fact, they actually have a bet going on this game. The loser of this game has to buy the other one a Corvette, so it's a pretty funny little wager they have going on. But we absolutely have to take control of this game. We have to be able to get pressure on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold obviously is not playing with a lot of confidence. There was even times last game, as bad as the offensive line did look, there were times where he was still throwing flat-footed, his mechanics were all off, and, really just the main thing is the footwork. Like, I've known from just watching Blake Bortles that footwork is so important, and, he was throwing flat-footed this game, he wasn't setting his feet, throwing off of his back foot, and balls just fluttered. The Jaguars have to find a way to get pressure on Sam Darnold this game, and just bottle up Le'Veon Bell. The Jaguars, after allowing a lot of yards, I think like 190 yards on the ground to Christian McCaffrey a few weeks ago, they've been a lot better in the rushing game. Just last week, they held Joe Mixon to a total of 2 yards on the ground. So the defense has stepped it up a lot. And, really with this game, the Jaguars are going to have to stop the Jets' running game and really just move the ball on offense. Patriots were able to kind of do whatever they wanted to against the Jets last week, and Offensively, we just have to play our game. Gardner Minshew has to be on point. Leonard Fournette, I mean, he's been incredible. Really, the last 4 or 5 games of the season. I mean, coming off 100-yard rushing game, he's seeing the field a lot better. Vision issues were a big problem with him, dating back to the beginning of his career. But it seems like he's getting better in that category. He's getting better as a leader, and just a lot of things are going well for him. Now the Jaguars are kind of injured, especially at the linebacker spot. I mean, when you look at it, like Leon Jacobs, Najee Good, Quincy Williams are all on the injury report, and we had to do a lot of shuffling around at the linebacker position. We had to call up Joe Giles Harris from the practice squad. He was cut from the Jaguars roster, and once they cut the roster to 53 players. Donald Payne is also another guy that they brought back. He's been on the active roster, I believe, the last 2 years, but he was cut when they cut it down to 53, and they signed back. They actually signed onto the team Malcolm Smith, a former Super Bowl MVP. He's used to the system, the defensive scheme of the Jaguars that they're playing on Seattle just a few years ago. So it'll be interesting to see who is starting for the Jaguars at the weak side linebacker spot. I would most likely think it would be Malcolm Smith, but the most important thing is Miles Jack is healthy, so that's good. A few other injuries. Marcel Darius, he's going to be out for about 6 weeks due to like a mid-body injury. And also Cam Robinson, he may or may not play. I think he's dealing with a toe injury, so we will continue to monitor that. But really with this game, I mean, like I said a couple weeks ago after we lost to the Saints, we were in a point that we had to win the next 3 games. Next 3 games being the Bengals, which we already took care of. Now we have to beat the Jets and then Houston Texans right before the bye week. I think we have a great chance to win this game. Just a lot of dysfunction going on with the Jets, and we're just flat out better than them. And if we really want to aspire to be a playoff team, we have to take care of business against the Jets. And I will be at this game with Jet Central, so if you see us, definitely say what's up. We're both pretty excited about this game. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what some of your keys are to victory this game. I think that the Jaguars will take care of business easy, but you never know in the NFL. Thank you guys for watching. Go Jags. Do till we die. I'm out.